In this lesson, I will give an overview of computer. It's an introductory lesson. So this lesson will be very simple. First of all, I want to introduce what is computer. We can look to computer in two branches. The first branch is hardware, or the first division of computer when we talk about computer. In this division, we will talk about hardware. Hardware is divided into three main parts. These parts are inputs, processing, outputs. The second one is software. In software, we have two main parts, that is operating system and applications. For the parts of hardware, we divided, as we mentioned before, we divided this part of hardware into three parts. The first part is inputs, and the second part is processing. The third part is outputs. Why we mean by dividing the computer hardware into three parts? If we can look to we can look to the computer as a box. This box here, we have, for this box we have inputs, the data that entered to the computer. We mean by data the raw material of information. So this data will be the input of the computer. So we enter this data to computer as inputs. After that, after the stage of inputs, we will go to the stage of processing. Here data will be entered to the central processing unit, or CPU, for processing. Then in this place there is a processing here. So after we input the data, it will be entered to the central processing unit for processing. The last thing is the outputs. For the outputs, we will get the information. So the data, after it's processed, it will be information or outputs. So we have this, we can make it as an equation: data plus processing equal information. So the information is the processed data, and the data is the raw material of information. In this context, we have for inputs, we have inputs devices such as keyboard, mouse, etc. And for processing unit, for processing we have the processing central processing units, or the processor, which process the data. After the processing of the data, we have to output this data. Also, we have output devices such as screen, monitor, or speaker, and so on. So this is the main parts of hardware for computer. If we move to the second things that we divided our lesson to it, here we have operating system. Operating system, we can look to the operating system as the interface. It is the interface between the user and the hardware. Here is the user. This is the user. And this is the OS, or operating system, as an interface between the user and the hardware, HW. We will symbol it by HW, hardware. So again, the operating system is the interface between user and hardware. Why? Because the user cannot translate his commands to computer or to the hardware of computer without a translator. Here the translator is the operating system which translates the commands of user to a language that is understandable for the hardware devices. We have two main companies for Microsoft. It's Apple and Microsoft. We know that Microsoft operating system is called Windows and the Apple operating system is called Mac OS. This is the second part of our, so we started our lesson by introducing computer by dividing it to three parts: hardware and operating system and applications. For applications, we have some applications. For example, we have MS Paint, Notepad, Microsoft. But we can divide the applications, for example, for general purpose application, utility application, and so on. Or we have a specialized application. For example, we have MS Paint for drawing, Notepad for writing, simple writing, of course, and we have the Microsoft Office suites. It include, for example, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and so on. This is the Office programs. Here, before the questions, I will give an overview for this very important programs or applications. Here, for example, we have for drawing, we have MS Paint. Here, MS Paint. It's a simple application for drawing. Here we have this grid or workspace. We can choose from this shapes. For example, I have here selected. I selected here the circle. We can by intersection do like this. Then we can cut this part, for example, like this. And we can have another shape. It's like a moon, for example. And we can paint this. We can choose from these colors, and we can paint this shape like this. And we can also save our work, and we can save it as, for example, MS Paint 1. Okay, that's the MS Paint. Another simple program is Notepad, where it's for simple writing. We can write, for example, we are here in the first lesson of computer, like this. And we can save it here, save. For example, Notepad. Another place, I want it on the desktop, to be on this desktop. Here, Notepad 1, and so on. For the other application, we have Word, Excel, PowerPoint. If anyone has a question, don't hesitate to ask me. At the end of this presentation, I want to thank you all. Thank you very much. I hope that I didn't exceed my limit in the time. Much for your listening. Thank you.